Yeah, call to order at 6:08. And I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of September 27th, 2016.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes from September 27th, 2016, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, motion passes. Additions and deletions, we need to add a referral from the listers concerning Rob Thompson's property. Are there any other additions or deletions? Okay, hearing none. Then report, highway?
How you doing?
Nah.
Start off with Ed. Remember Ed hurt his knee, a month and a half ago. He went and got some x-rays. Today he went and got an MRI done up in Hanover to see how bad it was still bothering him and to see if he needs an operation on, which I'm sure it will. So he'll probably come back. We probably won't come back with information, but we will get the information this week on it.
Why are you so sure he will? Sorry.
Come back because it usually takes him a while to read the MRIs.
They have to go to secondary, but make sure that as he moves through this process, that he's using the claim number that was assigned to him from VLTC. Okay.
I'm sure his wife is. Plumb Road Bank Stabilization Grant. GMP, I called the construction guy on that because I have his number and he said he would get back to me. Nobody's moved any wires yet on that. The grant's not gonna run out till next year, so.
So we'll just table it. It'll probably be a new board that signs it, but
It's the best I can do. It's not broke, they're not gonna fix it.
Yep. Okay. But I thought the pole was already in, it's just the wires that had to be put.
It's just the wires, yeah. Telephone and power.
Well, telephone's usually not too
I
high.
thought they had to take out the empty pole.
Actually, take the wires out.
Oh, after they get the wires out.
Yeah. Network road inventory. We talked about that, and I called Jeff Nugent because he's doing that now, and it's going to be seamless when they do it. It'll be in November. It's going to be seamless. So there's going to be really no cost to us. Just time, as they talked about before. They still can do it. Their road inventory network for the town.
But again, I know you called, because I've got the folder in front of me, about the costs
Right.
and the federal add-ons to this. And I really have a real difficult time signing a contract to having Wyndham Regional come out and do this, and then turning around and paying this add-on fee on top of that. I mean, it'd be cheaper for us just to hire flat out somebody separate if it's gonna double the cost.
I was getting there.
Okay.
Everett Hammond, he still will be available to do this, but now it's getting late in the season for him because he's working up and they're trying to tie up their projects and stuff now. So, but he's still available to do it, but it won't be as quick as Wyndham Regional.
Well, then again, has Wyndham Regional given you a price, or are they just working on the grant figure?
Working on the grant figure.
Okay, they're working on the grant figure, and then they're gonna do the add-ons. So in other words, the town's going to pick up the additional cost regardless. That doesn't make any sense to me.
And I still understand the add-ons, us belonging to them, paying them every year and everything, so.
I mean, that makes absolutely no sense to me to take
You know what?
grant money.
I will call him up for next meeting, cancel them so they can take us off the schedule so they can do another town, and I'll get Everett to be sent.
Well, Everett was about a third of the money or a quarter of the money anyway.
Right.
And
But
then-
is the add-on cheaper than what Everett, is the add-on more money than what Everett would charge us on?
Oh, Lord, no. He was half of the grant.
Oh, he was under 3,000.
Right, but
Grant's
the-
8.
It's a say. Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
In other words.
But the grant should be a wash with what we get from the state in our time and kind of. But that add-on fee, you don't know what that add-on fee is gonna be.
It's a
It's a
percentage base.
percentage. So in other words, if they're agreeing to do this, and they're going to present us with a contract to sign for whatever the grant is, 8,000?
Yeah.
Okay, then they're gonna charge us on top of that 8,000 to do this project, they're gonna charge us another percentage for the saddle, which is,
We don't know what that percentage is.
it's pretty hefty.
Is it like 10% or 20% of the?
Yeah, after you talked to him, he called me
It's a
because
15-page
Chris Campany saw it on
document.
TV and basically Wyndham Regional was concerned about this issue coming up in public in front of the board. That having been said, they sent through the their actual contract with the feds, how this all works out. It's a sliding, I mean, it depends on what the job is, basically.
20% of $8,000 is $1,600, and then that's gonna be still cheaper than ever now.
Well, yeah.
I thought how much did it have in bid?
I thought it was 2,900 or 3,000.
Right around there.
Okay, and they're already saying that they're gonna charge you 8 if they're gonna work for the grant, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna take 8 and you're gonna add whatever percentage is on top of that. And so now suddenly that $8,000 project has become, for lack of a better word, 10.
But
Whereas,
even if they keep it inside the 8, by morphing the federal grant, whatever it is, indirect costs into that grant for 8.
It's a better back roads grant than we're getting for that.
Yeah, but it's accountable for the next 5 years. It's a small grant that has to be book kept for literally forever. It's a pain.
We've talked about this.
And if we can do it in-house with you and with Hammond or somebody, for under 5, I would suggest we take it right out of the budget and just get it over with, kind of thing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's involved in it. I don't know whatever it's proposing. I don't know why there's such a big difference between Wyndham Regional's efforts and somebody else's, but from what little I know about it, from reading the how-to in the Orange Book, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it is visit every road, every culvert, every whatever, measure and take pictures and work out proposals, bring it to the select board, have them put it into a 5-year budget plan, and submit it, have the state rubber stamp it, and then ignore it.
no, and then answer it 5 years later when you come back on the
Well, the
closeout.
network inventory you gotta do, whether you get a grant or not, but the network inventory you do, you get it in place and it prioritizes what needs to be done. With cost projections.
Network inventory, you got a 15-year plan of us fixing the problems
Right.
that are on the inventory.
Right.
In 15 years, they want us to start. It's a long-term thing. So, anyways, started getting sand, delivering sand, talked to Sussman's or delivering sand. We've just been ditching, grading, putting down gravel, getting ready for winter. Hopefully take care of the problem areas.
Anybody else have anything? No? Okay, I guess we're done. Thank you, sir.
Well, yeah, you need me, you can call me
You can call you, huh?
anytime.
What do you want us to call you?
What name would you like? Anyway, you and I'll
Thanks, Kurt.
have a discussion, Kurt.
Huh?
You said you and I'll have a discussion, about that whole grant piece.
Oh,
Okay.
before I call.
No, you go ahead and call.
Okay.
You go ahead and call.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, law enforcement, we have nothing, and I don't even think there was a bill included in there. Town clerk, you all have sheets of over-the-counter money, and Joe's gonna throw the town clerk under the bus, or the assistant treasurer under the bus, I have a feeling, under the treasurer's report.
What's that?
You're gonna throw the assistant treasurer under the bus with the treasurer's report?
Yep.
Okay.
Do it.
So we don't have a treasurer's
She
report.
was pricing out wells or something, wasn't she?
Yes, she was.
Yeah, busy day today, yeah.
Pricing out wells for, never mind, I'm not gonna say for what. Then moving on to the warrants, wherever the heck they are, Kyle's got them.
Make a motion to approve. Check warrant report number 1011.
No,
One.
Let's do number 1.
Just number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check warrant report number 1. Payroll in the amount of $8,903.56.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of paying payroll warrant number 1 in the amount of $8,903.56 signify by saying aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve. Stand by. There's probably something back to that. I'm not making a motion to approve anything.
Stuck.
Check warrant report number 2, payroll taxes in the amount of $3,434.85.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of paying payroll tax warrant number 2 in the amount of $3,434.85 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve check warrant report number 3 out of the general fund in the amount of $806.08.
Is there a
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of paying general fund warrant number 3 in the amount of $806.08 signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve check warrant report number 4 out of the general fund in the amount of $8,250.04.
Is there a second? Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of paying general fund warrant number 4 in the amount of $8,250.04 signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve check warrant report number 5 out of the town general fund in the amount of $53,262.64.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Just one.
That one's the bond.
Yeah, this is a bond payment for the town garage.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of paying general fund warrant number 5 in the amount of $53,262.64 signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve check warrant report number 6 in the amount of, out of the highway fund, in the amount of $92.50.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of paying highway warrant number 6 in the amount of $92.50 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Little increase in the universe bill.
Yeah.
That happened a couple times ago. The pennies,
Yeah, 71.62.
and there were some penny things. $1.60. Well, that's 2 weeks in a row, or two warrants in a row, it's changed.
Ongoing emblem charge, there was
Yeah,
something about couldn't clean the paints.
I see, okay.
Make a motion to approve check warrant report number 7 out of the equipment fund, an amount of $161.36.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of paying equipment warrant number 7 in the amount of $161.36 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve check warrant report number 8 out of the town equipment fund in the amount of $47.46.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Is that equipment?
Town equipment.
Huh. Okay,
300 number on the charge?
it would be,
Yes.
yes. All right, so all those in favor of paying equipment warrant number 8 in the amount of $47.46 signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve check warrant report number 9 in the amount of, out of the town general fund in the amount of $111.68.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of paying general fund warrant number 9 in the amount of $111.68 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. All right, unless Wyatt has something he wants to say as a member of the public? No? Okay. Then we'll move on to the correspondence I spoke of. You all had a copy in your box. It's the same letter that we saw the last time
Yeah.
with respect, asking for the consolidation of properties to be continuous and the fact that they were separate bills this year. It got referred to the listers, and the listers have sent it back to the select board because the request to the listers was that it be submitted as an E&O. And this is the lister's response to the E&O submission. The lister's office was asked to submit this property for errors and omissions. Because the error was not an error of either the lister's or the town clerk's office, and the error was made by the landowner, the listers feel this should not apply to E&O. The landowner submitted the property transfer with the landowner being the one who prepared the document which reflected the incorrect information. Please note that neither the town clerk nor the listers review the actual deeds when a transfer is submitted. We are required by the Vermont Department of Taxes to file transfers as they are submitted on the Vermont Property Transfer Return Form PT 172. The Vermont Department of Taxes uses this information as well. Any transfer which is not in the exact name must be considered a separate parcel. Blah. This is why we handled this transfer as it was received, which shows a different name than the one that was on the deed. That is how we filed the transfer. Because we now have documents that show the different names are one and the same, we have modified and accepted the submitted information to reflect for the upcoming billing year. We do not feel that an adjustment is appropriate for past billing cycles. And then there's a copy of the letter, respectfully, the listers, signed by all three of them.
And property cards.
And all kinds of information here. Again, I don't believe this to be an E&O, an errors and omission. The request was made. Would someone like to make a motion to put it on the table to be considered? Or do we?
It's not something for the select board to consider, it's something for.
Well, but we can. If the
No,
request was made, that would be submitted as an E&O.
Oh,
And that's
okay.
what we're doing.
I'm sorry, you're right. It is a statement from the listers requesting something that's in your jurisdiction, or not requesting something which is in your jurisdiction.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
Even though we basically commented at the last meeting about the letter itself, we've now had a request to consider it as an E&O, so someone needs to make a motion that we do so.
I had to make a negative motion again.
No, you can't make a negative motion.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm trying to make a.
You can make a positive motion to consider it as an E&O and then discuss it and
Yep,
take
there
a
you go.
vote.
I make a motion to consider it as an email.
The
property.
Thompson property.
You got a parcel number right on the top of that?
No, but it's gonna be on the,
Back page.
I thought
Very last page.
maybe Rob had put it on, but he didn't.
It'd be on the very last page, I do believe, because you have a copy of it.
Oh, I've
Bill,
got all
right?
kinds of things here. I've got wood lots. Yeah, but I'm not sure that's for that property. It's gonna be in here. Oh, where's our?
It's okay, I can, we'll just make
It must be, there's a span. Parcel ID 05053 dot 300.
0503.000. Thank you.
Okay? Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Okay, now is there any discussion? Okay. Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the request, the E&O on the Thompson's property as was just read, parcel number ID on, signify by saying aye. Opposed?
Hi.
Okay, I'm gonna vote in the negative as well. So the
Fails
motion
to have a
fails.
quorum, but the motion fails, right?
Okay. Moving on then. There's nothing under old business that I'm aware of. We talked about the grants, which is what's on my clipboard.
It's the old business, and
Still waiting on the state to come back on the closeout
you
for
and I
Valley
talked
Cares.
Talked about that earlier, yep.
Haven't heard from them. New business that I'm not aware of anything.
No, we closed out we got the 10-year, I think I reported this the last one, we got the 10-year recertification for the transfer station, and we're all set with the insurance claim on the gazebo.
Okay, then the other thing is we need to be aware of the fact that there is an audit to be completed this month.
Presumably starting, and I tried to get verification today, but didn't get it. Presumably starting on the 24th, Monday the 24th, for that week, 24th through 28th.
It's gonna be interesting to see how that works when there's nobody in the office to do it, but we're gonna have to figure out how that's going to work. The biggest point of contention for tonight's meeting then is going to actually be the meeting schedule for the next meeting. Our next meeting is scheduled on election night.
Nope, next meeting's the 25th. October.
Oh, I missed a meeting. I was ahead of myself. Okay, we're still gonna change the next one.
Right, but yes, the one following, yes.
You're right. So the 25th is the next meeting, but the one following that is gonna be on election night, and needless to say, we can't have a meeting that evening. So my suggestion would be we move
November 8th is election day.
the meeting to probably, what day do you work? Thursdays?
Do it like the week before. Or like,
Yeah, that'd be two back to back, either way we go.
hold on.
The week before would be the 31st, which is Halloweenish.
I can't do it for, I can't do
Not
that.
without eye patches. or something,
or sunglasses,
no sunglasses. And drugs.
long drugs. See, because we would do the 25th. Traditionally, the next one would be the,
Well, you're scheduled for the 8th and the 22nd, so, I mean, 10, those are the regular schedules, so.
Wednesday the night, in theory.
that's normally planning commission,
That
it's
would
also
normally be
AA.
planning commission would be, yeah, the 9th, and that would be AA as well.
So Wednesdays are really pretty well out.
Monday the 7th or Thursday the 10th
Thursday the 10th, either way.
are about the only two that
Now,
week.
the Monday the 7th is gonna be difficult. We're gonna have to have it in a little room, because this room will be set up for the elections.
That's true. That's
Can't do
true.
it,
You can't do Monday? Okay. Can you do
That's
Thursday?
actually good.
potentially.
Potentially Thursday?
Then we'll see why not.
All right, so tentative reschedule, first meeting November for the
Is the
10th.
10th work for you, Rob?
Working. It was fun.
Oh, you're working or it's working?
No, that's fine.
Oh, okay. So why don't we at least see where we
Yeah.
are at the
Yeah.
next meeting, but make plans for the 10th of November, so we don't interfere with the election piece. All right, anything else? We do need to, I'll just make mention of the fact that we do have to start on budget. We're gonna have something to present to the voters. And,
You will, as soon as September is closed out and the quarter's closed out, you'll have budget status reports and you'll have a comparative blank sheet for next year.
well, we have to get through the audit first, because we can't really see.
Well, no, but you'll have the blank.
Right,
You'll be able to see what you budgeted this year. You'll be able to compare it with what you spent in the first quarter.
right.
And you'll have a blank line for next year. And,
Always so much fun. So, if there's nothing else, I would entertain, what? Okay. I was gonna say, I'm gonna entertain a motion to adjourn at 6:31.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna call it 6:32, just so that you're
Okay.
in on a clean 28 minutes here.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.
26 minutes.